Hi everyone, I'm sometimes prone to making impulse purchases and I fear I may have just made one having seen this on Facebook Marketplace and suddenly felt inclined to purchase it. It cost 100 New Zealand dollars for this lot. The chap selling this lot was in fact asking $150, but I noticed that he had reduced the price today to $100. $100 is around about 45 English pounds, I believe. And it looked not that great in the photos. And in person, I'm not 100% sure what to say really, especially in relation to this large bundle of items, a lot of which don't appear to have any connection to model trains. Some of them are just screws, maybe track fixing screws or something like that. There are two Hornby Dublo 264 3-rail locos. Those two have got parts missing, but they do have their 3-rail pickups. And then there's an 062. I believe that is the pony truck for that loco. That obviously is part of the valve gear of one of the two 264 locos. I've identified those. This crane is unfamiliar to me, but it does say Hornby, and I'm presuming this is O gauge, so it must be for the earlier Hornby setup. I don't recall it being part of Hornby Dublo, although I'm hoping someone might be able to shed light on that. It's got an electric motor as well, which seems intriguing. So I'm going to look into that a bit further, and please do let me know in the comments section if you can identify this as being early Hornby or whether it was related to Hornby Dublo. I'm not 100% sure if the scale is correct for Dublo. And then there are some rather sad looking tin plate coaches, old ones. One's L&ER, a couple of Suburbans, and then all in the midst of it is what I thought originally was a Marklin loco, but I do believe, just looking underneath it, it has pickups for one side of the loco, and that tells me it's probably Trix, because they did have a system whereby you could run their locos on 3-rail or 2-rail track. So I'm presuming that's what it is. It doesn't have any identifying maker's name on it, so perhaps someone could enlighten me on that. And then there are two more Hornby Dublo coaches which are not in great condition. They all have elements of rust and age about them. So the question that has arisen to me is in relation to what to do with this. Originally I thought, well, in the photos the locos looked a bit better than what they've turned out to be. And do I try and get one good locomotive out of those two 264s? The 062 looks like it's in not too bad condition and does have the pony truck, so some of those could probably be salvaged. They're not in ultra good condition, but with a bit of paint touch-up possibly could be reasonable. So that's the question of the day, which I'm putting out to all of my subscribers who've been very kindly communicating with me and giving me plenty of advice on the Garden Railway. So if you have an opinion on this as to how to proceed from here, what to do, for example, should I strip the locos and just keep them for parts, which I have some parts already for these locos stored away, so parts aren't essential, but they're always useful. Can I forage through here and find anything worthwhile? What to do with older coaches, which I think look a bit fragile, and I think if you started cleaning them, maybe some of the lithography might actually come off. So that's another question. And then identifying this crane, and I do notice here there's also a cable drum, which could be useful. And then the Trix loco, I believe it's Trix. Someone more knowledgeable than myself perhaps might be able to shed some light on that as well. And I do believe it's a 260 loco, so it's missing its front bogie, and I don't see it in this bundle of items, I don't think. So I may have to go seeking for something. Of course, there's no tender there either, so that could be a bit of a problem. The cylinder block is also broken, but that looks repairable. So there it is. And I look forward to getting some input from yourselves as to what you think the best course of action here is, and whether in fact what I've done is to squander £45 on items that are largely unusable, although my rationale was they could be good for parts, and there's probably more than £45 worth of parts, I guess. So look forward to hearing from those of you who've been communicating with me, and anyone else who's watching this video who has an opinion. Could you please let me know what you think I should do? And what I'll do is, based on the majority opinion, I'll get underway with making some videos of how this proceeds. So once again, I'd just like to thank very much all of you who over the last few weeks in particular have subscribed to my channel, who've watched the videos, and who have just generally supported me. In particular, the comments, which are just so helpful in relation to the Garden Railway. So I'll sign off for the moment, and please get back to me with some advice. Thanks again, everyone, and look forward to seeing you in a follow-up. Bye-bye for now.